Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Drew, and I would like to welcome you all to Talk With Me. And in this video, we have more sad news. It just seems that it's not stopping. It's just coming every single day. Every single day is more bad news, more bad news. But before I get started, can you please like, share, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TalkWithMe36. And yes, it's not stopping. This uncertain times that we have going on right now don't seem like there's no end in sight. Every day I wake up, every time I turn the news on, every time I just feel that itch to go on my phone and search up what's going on here in the city or in the country. It's just more depressing news. And even though I'm not depressed, well, I wasn't until I seen the article my girl came home and showed me. Well, she didn't see it until she got home. But a very prominent doctor passed away Monday morning. Because the time I'm recording this video right now, it's I think it's after 5. Yes, it's 6. No, it's 6:06 a.m. On March 31st here, Tuesday. I am here in New York. And I've this doctor, I've met him before. I've shook his hands. I've met him twice. He was my daughter's doctor for a little bit. She only saw him twice. And I'm just gonna read the article. It's coming from I never heard of them before. It's called Patch. A New York City neurosurgeon who made medical history when he separated two infant twins with intertwined brains died from novel coronavirus, Montefiore Hospital announced. Dr. James T. Goodrich, pediatric neurosurgeon, chief of Albert Einstein College of Medicine, died from COVID-19 complications Monday morning, hospital officials confirmed. Our beloved colleague, mentor, teacher, brother in arms, passed away early this morning, the hospital wrote in a tweet. At last, as a last act of service, I'm getting tongue-tied here. As a last act of service, my God, here I go again. It's like I can't get it out. The stuttering, and then I'm getting tongue-tied, and then the lisp as well that I have is just coming all together. As a last act of service to others, he will forever remind us that COVID-19 is not a faceless disease. He will always be in our hearts. The hospital did not immediately respond to Patch's request for more information. Goodrich earned worldwide acclaim in 2017 when he famously separated adjoint twins, chronically conjoined 13-month-old boys during a 27-hour-long surgery. Years later, their mom, Nicole McDonald, cried in a video interview as she described Goodrich and what he was and what his expertise and dedication meant for her family. Now, I didn't know him that well. I met him a year and a half ago. I haven't twice. I've seen him in that time in I believe it was like a 1 month period, and I never saw him again after that. My girl happens to work for Montefiore, and she saw him a couple of times already, but she hasn't spoken to him. She didn't say anything to him. He works in a complete different building from her, so she's seen him on the street just recently. Just recently, before this outbreak, before this coronavirus outbreak got as bad as it is here in New York, and it's very, very sad news. I remember my girl coming home yesterday from work, and she can't help herself because the anxiety, and she's scared for herself because she has underlying issues. She suffers from asthma that she hasn't had an attack in a while. Her asthma is allergy induced from pets, and we do have a dog and a cat, and sometimes if there's too much of the dog's hair in the air, she will vomit and stuff like that, cough and sneeze. Her eyes will get red, and but I have never seen her have an asthma attack, and she hasn't had one for a long time. But with cases coming out of people who has asthma had died from this thing already, or they are in critical condition or on a ventilator. So these are things that are actually happening that got her so scared and anxious, and right now it's hard for her to sleep because this thing is on her brain. And and then now you're hearing reports of a child who just died now as well. They didn't say how old or where the child is from, but they did say the child had underlying issues. They didn't say what underlying issues. And of course, you heard about the one in Florida. I think it was two of them in Florida. I'm not sure, but I know there's one where it was a boy and he went to I think the urgent care, and they rejected him, told him to go back home because he didn't have insurance, so they wouldn't see him, which is wrong because especially in a national, worldwide pandemic, you turn someone away for insurance? Are you serious? You send that person home, they could be spreading that thing everywhere. And to me, I said this before, I don't think this number that keeps coming out means it's spreading. In my opinion, and I'm not an expert, but this is just my opinion, this just means how widespread it already was here in New York because they didn't start testing. And there's a lot of blame to throw on. You could throw it to the president who tried to downplay it and say it was a hoax. It was this was the Democrats doing to try and win the election. And some people blaming Fox News as saying because their listeners are not listening. Majority of their listeners, the people who watch them, who is Republicans, are not don't playing it off like it's not a big deal. And in my opinion, the mayor and the governor for keep saying that they're prepared, knowing that they're not prepared. How can you be prepared for an enemy you don't know nothing about? How can you be prepared for an enemy you know nothing about? You don't know how they're gonna attack you. And even they're now attacking you, you still don't know everything about them. You just don't know. You truly don't know how this thing is spreading. Some people saying, "Well, I remember I think it was Dr. Oz who said it on the news on Fox 5 News here in New York. You'll see the people who have good hygiene practices and the ones who are not. It's going to separate the two. But you mean to tell me, right now, the over 166,000 people in this country who has it, the over 3,000 people who has passed away from this thing here in the States, you mean to tell me that none of them practice good hygiene? None of them was wearing masks and gloves and washing their hands and sanitizing. You want me to believe that? I don't think this proves anything about hygiene because a lot of people don't have the right mask. You can't even find sanitizer. You can't find toilet paper. I seen a video of a guy washing his butt in the yard with a hose. And then you talk about social distancing. Yes, there are people who's doing wrong out there. I've seen a video. I've seen another article of people, which I'll do a separate video on that, of people having a wedding in Central Park yesterday. I've seen over the weekend people all over the country. People still at the beaches. People at the parks, just doing whatever they're doing. Some people just want to live their life. They want They want some things to be normal. Some people don't want to be cooped up in the house, which I understand. But they also have to understand it's a life or death issue right now. And I have blame because I also blame the media and all these doctors like Dr. Oz and all them going on the news saying, well, young people, 80% of the people, especially young people, are going to have mild symptoms. And now that's turning out not to be a true thing. Because they were, it it is not a true statement, in my opinion, because now you're seeing a lot of young folks who said that they were not expecting for it to hit them so hard, and it hit them hard. And it's not as if there's not anyone who hasn't died who didn't have any underlying issues. Because I was thinking like that too. Like, I don't have any underlying issues. But now I'm thinking about it. I'm fat. I'm overweight. I have high I have my bad cholesterol is high. My good cholesterol is low. But besides that, everything else is perfect. But I have a something wrong with my cartilage where I only breathe through one nostril at a time, and that's why I wouldn't wear a mask, because the mask obstruct my breathing because of the only breathing through one nostril at a time. Mostly this one I breathe through, hardly this one. I've tried saline and all that stuff, so I was told by my doctor I might need to have surgery to actually repair that, whatever's going on up there. So might have to do x-ray first, or CAT scan, whatever they do, to see what's going on there. And that's the only way, I can get full breathing. So when I wear a mask or anything, because I can't breathe through my nose, because that's obstructing and I'm not getting enough oxygen, I have to breathe through my mouth, which then a lot of saliva, it gets wet. The mask or whatever I wear gets wet, and it becomes disgusting and soaked with saliva, and I have to throw it away. So that would happen. It'll defeat the purpose, because I'll be throwing them things away every 30 minutes because I can't breathe through my nose. So I'm not going to waste my time. First of all, you can't even find masks anywhere. A lot of people's walking around with the wrong type of mask and all of that. So it's I see people wearing bongs, the face mask bongs, and walking around the place. The media is making it seem like it's just young people who's not abiding by the rules. But I see old folks around here in the Bronx not abiding by the rules as well. It's everyone, but it's mostly young people. And they need to understand this, that they need to go. Now, I just want to go back to Dr. James T. Goodrich. My heart goes out to your family if you do have any, because they didn't mention that. I think he was married. I'm not really 100% sure. They never mentioned that in the article. But my heart goes out to his family. Condolences to his family, his kids if you have any. Whoever's there that you left behind. My heart goes out to you guys. And there's a lot of blame to go around. Dr. Oz said yesterday, I believe, on Fox News Channel, about, I think he was saying, warning other states not to do what New York do. New York acted too late. Don't wait. But everybody thought that they were ready for this. Dr. Oz, when the mayor wanted to shut everything down, when the mayor was talking about shutting everything down, Dr. Oz, you was against it. You were against it. You were in the news. It's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing with that smirk you always have on your face. Like your word is gospel. And he don't think that's the right move. School should stay open. Nothing should shut down because this and that, whatever the heck you was spitting. And then the very next week, when the governor went ahead and shut everything down, you're on the news with the smirk on your face. It was the right move. I support it. We don't need your support. The governor, they need your goddamn support to go ahead and shut it down. And I actually supported the mayor when he said it. Even though I kind of stand in the middle and then I stand on one side, but I was, because of certain things with like the fines or whatever. And I still don't support the fines, because not everybody who's walking outside in a group doesn't mean that they don't live together. I also saw an article that if there's a lot of sirens, you're hearing all the time, a lot of ambulance, because there's been like a ton of people being rushed to the hospital from the effects of the coronavirus. And I'm surprised I'm not hearing them right now. I'd be hearing them all day, all night here in the Bronx. Constantly hearing the sirens. I'm surprised that I'm recording this video without any ambulance sounds at all. I usually hear them all the time. So it's actually very surprising to me at this point right now. But you know, this none of them really know what is going on, how it's being spread. They truly don't know how this thing is being spread. Everything is just theories. Dr. Askins, he talked to all the experts, all he wants. But even the governor had to come out and say he usually goes with a team of experts, and even they had to keep changing because this thing keeps changing. Everything they projected, it's doubling, it more than doubled their actual projections, and these are experts. So, and even Dr. Oz, when he came and said young people wouldn't get it, now there's another doctor saying that was a mistake to even say that. It was a mistake to even say that because in China it didn't happen. Yes, they went with Chinese data, but they said in Italy and other places, Spain and other places here in the States, of course, they're seeing more young folks getting hit hard than in China. Then of course China have reports of people who got it before, who got it, recovered, now have it again. So and now remember they try to take people's plasma to give it to other people to try and maybe the I guess the limited immunity they got towards it for a little while, they wanted to give to other people to cure them, but it seems that might not even work because you can get it again, even though these TV doctors strongly doubt that you can get it a second time so soon. It's happening in China. It's happening in China. I've yet to hear Dr. Oz mention that. I've yet to hear him say that. He's talking to all people all over the world, but he's yet to mention that you can get it again. There is a chance of you getting it again because it's happening in China. So when you come out and, well, I already had it, I built up an immunity to it, I can walk around, I shouldn't be indoors anymore, I should be out here, I'm young, I'm strong, and then bam, you get slap over the head with this thing one more time. So, and then the second time they said from their data, because it wasn't like a big blown out test that they were doing, but they said they need to do more of it. Yeah, the second time no one even knew they had it. They had no symptoms, no warnings. The second time around in a month. So instead of next year I'm gonna get it again, you can get it again even sooner. That shows me this thing is very, very aggressive. Very aggressive virus this is. That's what this thing tells me. This thing tells me that none of them really honestly, truly knows accurately what the hell is going on. And Dr. Oz running commercials. His show is the headquarters for coronavirus for the most accurate, up-to-date news. My ass, man. My ass. That's why I stopped watching his show a long time ago. Because he never sponsors anything. If you're so... And that's why I believe Congress shitted in his ass years ago. Because they're the same thing. And yet he still comes on TV and doing these media tours like he's sure of what he's saying. He's a freaking surgeon, for crying out loud. Since when you became an infectious disease specialist? I don't understand that one. I did. Maybe you went to. I could be wrong. Did you went to school for that? You tell me, Dr. Oz. You tell me. You prove me wrong. So far, everything you've said, everything I've heard come out of your mouth that I've heard come out of your mouth from the interviews that I did see. Because when I see you on the blasted TV, I just switch the channel, turn the shit off. Because I can't see you on my screen no more. I can't. Because after you so against shutting down, and then when it happened, it was the right move. With your, that right there was made me like, whatever. What the hell? Why is this man on my screen anymore? Why is this man on my screen? Turn him off. Turn him off. At that point, you became like Trump to me. At that point. This thing is getting bad, and then they're saying it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I'm like, how much more worse can it get? I mean, I don't want to make anybody feel down, and, people got to do whatever they got to do to stay up. Whether you turn the TV off, or playing your video games, or you praying to your God. And I think that's what the Jews are trying to do right now. They're praying. They're going to their synagogue. Now the mayor is threatening them to either shut it down or he gonna close them permanently. And I understand people want to go pray and everything, but the mayor gotta understand, the governor too. Even if you shut it down there, they'll still start doing it out of their homes or their backyards. You're not gonna completely stop this. I mean, honestly, how do you plan to completely stop people from having gatherings? People having parties. I heard of a doctor. I'm sorry if you hear all that noise from outside. I heard of a doctor who went to a party in a house or a condo or some crap like that. Then from there he went to a restaurant that's still serving guests at tables, a secret place, and nobody really knows. He refuses. To give them up. Just in the news yesterday, I seen a restaurant owner was arrested because he was doing the same thing. He had his gate down, but had patrons inside eating, and you saw that happen in Queens. What, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago? Because you hear about this stuff happening more and more. There's more people who want to get back to normal. There's a lot of people who feel this thing is overblown. And remember, we have a president who said that. You have Fox News who made it political. And I've said this before, this thing don't care about political, whether you're Democrat, Republican, doesn't care about sex. It doesn't care about male, female. It doesn't care about whether you're transgender, gay, lesbian. It doesn't care what part of the alphabet you land in. It doesn't care about that. It doesn't care what you want to be called. It doesn't care whether you like black or if you don't like black, if you don't like this race, if you hate that race. It doesn't matter. This thing don't matter. It's coming for us all. It's coming for us all. You see in Congress, they're playing games, right? They're playing games, fighting over bill and money, and instead of us coming together, there's more dividing. I've heard of it, the Woodlawn Hospital, how what was it, an 86-year-old woman who got killed by a 32 or 34-year-old woman over this social distancing thing. The 80-something-year-old woman was holding on just trying to fighting herself to stay up. Got killed by another woman because she was too close to her. And I think this thing is making people hate each other. When I go to the supermarket, sometimes I want to cough and I'm holding my coughing, or I want to sneeze and I'm just like trying to fight my sneeze back because people are getting crazy right now. I don't know if I'm sneezing, they're gonna jump me and throw me out of the place. I've seen it. I've seen a video of it happen on a train already. Some guy coughed and they beat him up and threw him on the train. It's getting real out here with that. So this thing is making people just hate each other. People just hating each other, just hating the person next to them. If you don't live in my house, I hate your ass. You too close to me. You walk too close to me. My girl even told me she came off the train and she's walking. Some guy walked past as he's, there's enough space for him to walk by her, but he's telling her why she's so close to him. Why you there? Why? And he's cussing at her and telling her why is she there? Like, it's a public sidewalk. You have enough space to walk on your damn own. I don't understand, but that's how it is. That's how people are acting right now. That's what's going on right now. And for those who say this thing's overblown and all the conspiracy theories and all that, forget about the conspiracy theories. All the conspiracy theories you have not to drink the water, it's a stunt. It's the government trying to control us. It's the government trying to use this for have us look the other way while they go ahead and do things in the background to take more control. Regardless, even if all that is true, it doesn't stop the fact that people are dying and you could be next. But that's it for this video. My name is Drew once again. Talk with me. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Hit that notification bell icon. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at talkwithme36. I am Stuttering Drew, and that's what I like to call myself sometimes. I am Drew, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.